even Shah Rukh agreed. He said, "Haan." Then Gauri likes something. It's a big win-win. I had Anil Mehta, Vishal Bhardwaj, Gulzar Saab, Veera, who's the costume designer, Garima, who's the production designer. All of them in one film.
From Bob Vishwas to Love Hostel to this one to Akshak. I think these are fresher talents. The idea is, okay, can you create this talent because they have a voice, they have a unique voice.
Comedy is not like मैं कुछ punchline नहीं मार रही हूँ उसकी वजह से comedy नहीं हो रहा है. वो ऐसे ही है. Actually, it's funny because they think that they have everything in control, but they have nothing in control.
All right, we have with us the team of darlings. Gaurav, Jasmeet is the director, and of course Alia Bhatt. I've seen the film Darlings. I think it's a deliciously wicked film. It's as real as it gets. बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आप लोगों का बॉलीवुड हंगामा पे.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you know, it's so beautiful that you just can't pinpoint as to who's right, who's wrong. And the villainous part of it is so beautifully depicted. I think women can be so clinical when it comes to demolishing.
And fun.
And fun, of course.
And wicked, yes.
And wicked as well, yeah.
Deliciously wicked, now you called it?
Yeah, yeah.
Very
Perfect.
nice. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Correct way
It
of
is.
describing.
And humorous.
Yes.
And dark humor, which comes in like in
Yeah, all of these things.
everything, yeah. So tell us, where did this stem from in the first place?
I had an idea to do a mother-daughter story. And the idea was that the mother-daughter are trying to set something straight in the daughter's life. The daughter is married to a husband, and the husband and the wife love each other to death, but there is something off. And the mother is obsessed with making that right for the daughter. But the character's a bit off. And they come up with some wacky ideas to make it right. And the genre actually came from there. I never wanted to write a genre film. The genre, if the story demanded an action genre, I would have probably written that. But yeah, and I wanted to also tell something important in an entertaining and engaging way.
Alia, you're a Piscean, you're water sign. How many Scorpios do you know?
How many bichus do I know?
Yes.
I don't know any bichus like the bichus in the film.
Right, okay.
I'm a Libra Scorpio cusp.
Oh, my mom's a Scorpion.
Of
There you
course, Sony ji, yeah.
Shah Rukh
Mm-hmm. Right,
is a Scorpion.
right.
No?
But not that bichu.
Of
Not
course.
that bichu, but I was talking about Scorpios and my mom and Shah Rukh.
No, but I think the bichu is such an integral part of the film.
Yeah,
And
that
I think
story.
it is- Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Gaurav, you guys are selecting very unusual films for production part of it, because when it comes to like say Red Chillies, you associate Shah Rukh Khan, but the sort of films that mostly you guys are producing are, I think, in the real space and realistic space. How much contribution comes from Mr. Khan? Because somewhere he has this entire Barry John background, and is he just visiting all those scripts that he would have always wanted to maybe headlight himself but could not, but he wants his production house to?
I'll answer that in two parts. One is the selection of films largely is basically to tell unique stories and back fresh talent. So if you look at the films that we have done in last 3-4 years, from Bob Vishwas to Love Hostel to this one to Akshak, I think these are fresher talents. The idea is, okay, can you create this talent because they have a voice, they have a unique voice.
Right.
And so that's one thought. And of course, Mr. Khan is involved. It's not based on where he's coming from, based on the kind of films that we want to make. I think you look at a story, you look at a film and then say, okay, so this is something excites us. And you start from there and gradually start developing it. And see that maybe it can convert into a film, but not every story converts into a film. Some does. Some does magically, like this one.
Right, of course. And so are you ready for Shefali Shah and Alia Bhatt memes post this film?
Yeah, I think they've already. Yes, I'm waiting for
I think
them.
they will be delicious as well.
Yes, I think the teaser had a few.
Right.
With Mere Mathe Pe Kya Likha Hai, there was a few there. I was very happy to
There
see
are too
that.
many of them.
Yeah, you had
Too many.
There are too
It was
many.
they went mad with
Yeah.
with that Mathe Pe Kya Likha Hai movement.
Right.
So there will be more.
When you
Without
take life
giving-
situations into film, people are bound to react. And that's what is happening with the film. And
Yeah.
people can relate to the characters that you see on your home screen.
Right.
So you'll I think a lot more across the film. The kind of characters we have are quite interesting and unique.
I think the relationship between the mother-daughter is also very real because we've always portrayed it as more emotional. And if you ask girls how they are with their mother, me or Alia, we're always arguing and coming, there's always some chick going on. So we try to do that, which I think worked very well for us.
I would love to see the memes with Zulfi and
Jana?
mother-daughter. I'm not going to be a spoiler, but I think they will be hilarious.
Yeah.
They will be simply hilarious.
No spoilers
Okay,
yet.
so,
But yeah.
so has Soni ji seen the film?
Not yet.
Not yet. I
She's
think.
seeing it tomorrow, actually.
So, are you apprehensive? Are you apprehensive of the fact that once she sees the film, she may have certain, on a lighter note, like envy moments with Shefali Shah, the sort of mother-daughter real element that you guys bring to the table?
Well, I think I don't know.
Envy is
in
scary.
like, yeah, that's
It's
scary.
good and bad.
I'm
In
saying on a
good-
lighter note.
In a lighter way,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I think she'll
It
watch
looks so real, as if they have lived their entire life together.
They are wonderful actors.
Right, I'm sure they are.
Isliye hua.
There is no doubt about it.
Yeah, but you know that bickering also between the two, between Badru and Shamshu.
Yeah.
The constant little bit, ammi ye, ammi wo, and that kind of energy is kind of like the relationship I have with my mum as well. Like, you have a moment of love and conversation and you're chilling and you're chatting, and suddenly you go into another tune. Like, you start bickering and suddenly you start fighting about something really, really tiny, and then you go back to focusing on the real thing.
Yeah.
So I think my mom will really relate with that, and that's something that Jasmeet also really wanted us to do. So even in the midst of a most stressful scene,
Right.
we are talking about batteries of the thing getting spoiled.
कपड़े कैसे धोने का
Correct. और वो मशीन से कुछ कपड़ा निकल रहा है ये
वो
वो
dryer से. You remember that?
Right, of course.
So all those things are
That bargaining part was hilarious. 800 का मतलब 150 on the.
which
That was
the
fun.
bargaining.
Yeah. That we cracked at her. Actually, I think that's the second reading, which happened really nicely. Yeah. We had a script reading before, so yeah.
Right. Okay, and has Mr. Khan seen the film?
Yes, he has.
What is his reaction like?
Once he heard the script, he had some valuable feedback to give. I think we have narrated the film twice to him, and he has summarized the film quite correctly. Once you see the film, the closing part of the film, that औरतों का अपमान आपके जीवन के लिए हानिकारक हो सकता है.
Right, of course.
The philosophy came from Mr. Khan, and that kind of summarizes it. When he saw the final copy,
That's at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's at the end. When he
Julius
saw the final
Stewart,
copy
yeah.
recently, and yeah, he loved it. I think we saw it in a larger group, and the reaction was really amazing.
Yeah.
Right. Do you find it?
I was very happy that Gauri loved it. I was like, when Gauri likes my movies, I feel very grateful. As in, it's very like it's a very rare thing. She doesn't like anything. Of course, even though she's a producer on the movie, the fact that she loved it, I was like, I feel so relieved that Gauri is like it. I'm most excited, and I said that also when they called me, and even Shah Rukh agreed. He said, "Haan, like that Gauri likes something. It's a big win-win."
No. I think the sort of camaraderie that you and Shah Rukh sir shared in the Zindagi is something that there's so many memes on that. There's so many life
References,
lessons which are there from that film as well. Now, and he's someone who's extremely respectful of women. How beautiful do you find, like, for a man to be so particular that how women are presented, how they're treated in every sense of the word? Do you find that extremely beautiful? In a way?
Of course. I mean, what's not beautiful to find in it? I think it's extremely. He's extremely sensitive, at the same time chivalrous, at the same time it's not patronizing, it's just extremely natural, and it just comes very, very casually and naturally, where the women in his movies, the women in his life, the way he treats women in general, and that's why women love him.
Absolutely.
Girls, aunties, daadis, chachis, they all love him because of how sensitive and how there's equality in fact beyond equality. He kind of really lifts you on a pedestal, and it just comes so naturally to him and feels so natural to us, so that just feels great.
A first-time director, you're having a producer in Shah Rukh Khan, I think, who's extremely supportive of technicians.
Yeah.
Then you're also having a producer in Alia Bhatt. Many a times there is these notions that if an actor turns producer, तो वो सारा जो focus होता है वो अपने ऊपर हो जाता है. लेकिन यहाँ पर you are having such amazing I think roles of Shefali Shah. You're having a deliciously amazing role of Vijay Verma, who's brilliant in the film. Even Vijay Maurya is outstanding. Even the inspector I think is fantastic.
Santosh Juvekar.
The Damle is
Kiran Karmarkar,
Roshan
yes.
Matthew is outstanding. So how liberated did you feel as a first time director that you had such supporting producers?
See, I'm grateful. They gave me the freedom to make the film I wanted to make, and yet they both had my back. And they gave me, of course, the cast, as you mentioned, is wonderful with Alia, Chef, Vijay, and Roshan, and actually everybody else. They are all fabulous actors. They gave me that, and they also gave me amazing technicians. My crew was fantastic. I mean, I had Anil Mehta, Vishal Bhardwaj, Gulzar Saab, Veera, who's the costume designer, Garima, who's the production designer, all of them in one film. I mean, what else can I ask for, right, in my first film? So it was a great collaboration, and I think all films are collaborations. With respect to Alia turning producer, she was an actor on set. So that was great for us. And seamlessly, she became a producer once we edited the first cut of the film. So I think I'm very blessed to have both of them as producers. Really.
Your character is so intricately, I think, written and portrayed by you that people will keep on just evaluating and analyzing that maybe she's succumbing to his charms. Maybe she's suddenly becoming like smarter, and then the element of humor is there as well. There's an element of human element as well that she does not want to just resort to his level of repugnance in a way as well. Do you in a way feel that maybe it is something which is very unique?
Yeah.
In terms of, because you cannot pinpoint that what this character is all about. Is it weak? Is it strong? Is it harsh? Is it villainous? Is it like wicked? There are too many shades to it simultaneously.
Well, I think, in my opinion, she's like, you can say, an eternal optimist. You know, she believes that she can fix things. She believes that change is possible. She's constantly saying that if she maneuvers life in a certain way, it'll all work out. Because she also has a fixed idea of the way her life should be. She has a plan. Everything is all about a plan. But as we know, nothing in life goes according to plan. And in fact, one of the things that I loved most about her character is that she's actively responding to the situations that are happening to her. But at the same time, she's not really changing her core as a person. But then something may happen, and whatever, as you've seen the film, that your core also shifts. And how then you can see a totally different side to a person just based on their situation. I mean, I found quite interesting.
Right, and it's entertaining as well. Consistently entertaining, which is something, and entertaining in a novel way.
I think because she's
हम लोग को जो tropes दिए गए हैं या फिर कि आपको यहाँ पर हंसना है, यहाँ पर वो होना है.
Correct. क्योंकि वो situational है ना. Comedy is not like मैं कुछ punchline नहीं मार रही हूँ, उसकी वजह से comedy नहीं हो रहा है.
वो ऐसे ही है.
Actually, it's funny because they think that they have everything in control, but they have nothing in control. So I find there's the humor in actually the fact that they're real fools.
It's how they are, exactly.
Right.
They are simple.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's and the constant comedy of errors and trying to maneuver the situation very smartly, but then actually failing, and then trying to succeed again, and it's just relentless. Which is why the script also has this very interesting sort of. There's a point at which the genre completely changes.
Yeah, it does I think in more ways than one.